Hi, I'm Kim Kelly with Utterly Simple Designs. Tonight I'm going to be assisting Jen while we make block number 8, the antique tile block.
And for the written instructions, you can go to our website, utterlysimple.com. Also, the fabric requirements are there. When you go to our website, there's a tab that will say BAM, block a month. And if you hover over that tab, you can choose English Garden, or you can choose last year's BAM, which was Pennsylvania Patchworks. So if you go to the English Garden, you'll see all of the instructions for blocks 1 up until this one, 8, plus the house block, because we didn't give the house block a number. So, you know, if you're new to doing this, I think you could catch up very easily, don't you think?
Yes, the blocks were utterly simple for a reason.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you definitely could catch up. So don't be afraid to jump in at any time. And of course, you know, our videos are right here if you prefer to watch us do it.
And feel free to leave comments.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so we're going to get started with our cutting instructions.
Okay, let's begin with our cutting instructions for our block number 8, antique tile, 9.5 inches unfinished. First, from our red fabric, we're going to cut 4 2-inch squares. From our green fabric, we're going to cut 4 2 by 3.5-inch rectangles. From our blue fabric, we're going to cut 1 3.5-inch square. From our yellow fabric, we're going to cut 1 2 by 15-inch strip. And from our white fabric, we're going to cut 4 2-inch squares and 1 2 by 15-inch strip.
Okay. So step number 1, we're going to take our 2-inch square, red square, and 2-inch white squares, and we're going to put right sides together and sew a 1/4-inch seam. And we're just going to do that for each square. So you'll have 4 units when you're done. Then you're going to take your green strip, and the first 2 strips you're going to sew to the left side of your square.
I don't know if I'm doing that to the left side, but it's hard to know what is my left and my
when
right upside down.
Yeah. And then for the other 2 units, you're going to sew it to the right side. So, yeah, when we're done sewing them.
Such difficulties.
That's what they'll look like. So we'll take this to the machine and then we'll bring it back and look at it and then continue to step number 2. Okay, here we are back with our completed squares. And that is the end of step 1. And now we're going to move on to step number 2, which is to take our white 2 by 15-inch strip and our yellow 2 by 15-inch strip. And we are going to place right sides together, and we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam. And then we're going to cut it into sections, 3.5-inch sections. Okay, so step number 2 was to sew our yellow strip and our white strip together. And now we're going to cut it into 3.5-inch units. So step number 3, we're just going to lay this out. So we have our center square is our blue 3.5-inch square. And our yellow and white units, the yellow is adjacent to the blue square, and then we're going to fill in with the green and red and white units. And there you have it. Okay, so now
sew your rows and sew your rows.
Yes. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to go back and sew each row together, and then we'll come back and then we'll sew our rows together. Here we are back with our 3 rows sewn together. And what I want to point out is that when you're sewing the first unit to the end units to the middle unit, you need to iron your seams to the dark side, right? So that those seams right there nest, okay? Because then those seams will be opposite and they'll nest and leave nice corners, yeah. And then now, since I'm going to sew these 3 rows together, we want to, again, be aware of our seams, and that we took the middle section and we sewed those seams out.
Ironed them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, we ironed the seams out, and then for the top and bottom, we ironed them in. So they will also nest when I go to sew them. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to sew these 3 rows together, and then we'll come back and we'll show you the completed block. All right, here we are. Our block's all done. Antique tile.
Great job, Jen.
Thanks for your help.
Put it on the design board.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's put it up there. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, it looks good.
So
the colors are so pretty. That's great. Okay, if you had to get in here. If you enjoyed sewing along with us, please hit the like button and remember to subscribe so that you can have reminders sent to you for the next month's block, and the one after that, and the one after that too. Also, if you go to our website, utterlysimple.com, and then you scroll to the bottom, there's a Facebook icon. You can click on that, and we'd love to see pictures of your completed blocks and maybe your completed quilt in the end. That would be really nice. We would love to see that. What else do we need to say?
Oh, maybe all 4 of us will be together.
Oh yeah, we really need to have
December block.
Yes, because Mary Jo never gets in these videos with us, but maybe for at Thanksgiving we'll all be together, and then for the December block, all 4 of us will be in it, and that would be really nice.
Yeah, you don't want to miss that. It might be interesting.
For sure. Okay, I guess that's all for now.
Subscribe, like, and leave comments.
Oh yeah. If you have any comments or questions, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Well, we hope you enjoyed this time with us. We had a good time. So long for now, and keep quilting utterly simple.